morning, everybody. It's early morning and I just woke up, so I apologize if I seem quite tired, but I wanted to start a pretty cool project with you guys with a new piece of equipment I got in yesterday or last night. So as you know, I need to run a full-size spare for the Vermont Overland Rally, or anybody with half a brain would tell you, you don't want to go off-road for extended periods of time with an undersized spare, which I have been. Stupid me. But I don't really want to run the spare in the bed because that takes up a lot of bed space. So what I've decided to do is get a cargo basket, and I'm going to run it on top of the bed racks. And I'm going to move these lights down and put the bed rack up here. So this is an Amazon special. It is a Stingray bed rack. It's not a Yakima or a Thule, so I don't expect the quality to be as good, but it was also less than half the price and looks pretty cool from the picture, but we'll see what it looks like as I open it here. Alright guys, not a very dramatic unboxing, but here it is in halves. As you can see, it's pretty low profile, which I like, and it should hold an oversized spare just fine. However, because when I run an oversized spare up here, I will most likely block my third brake light. I'm going to take this light bar, or light bar insert, I don't know, that I've had for quite a while, that I was going to put on the pickup, but have since decided not to. And I'm going to weld the mounting tabs to the back of this, and I think we're going to run this. It's got two red lights, which I believe I'll mount in the middle, and two blinkers. And I'm going to show you guys how I wire those up. The first step is, some of the reviews on Amazon said that the only fault with this thing, it's really strong, it's a beefy piece of material, but the only fault is that the finish isn't great and won't hold up to moisture well. So first thing I'm going to do, very first thing, is I'm going to take it in the garage. You know what, second thing, I'm probably going to weld the tabs on first. But the second thing I do is going to be cover this thing with some Eastwood Extreme Chassis Black and really get it weather sealed. Alright, sorry for the low light, but I'm in my garage because once again it's supposed to rain today. First thing I'm going to do, firstly I lied, I'm actually going to weld these, the mounts on after I paint them, just so I can have them out there, so sorry about that. But first thing I'm going to do is take some Bow Shield T9. This stuff is an extreme corrosion inhibitor. It's very good, especially in a space where it's not really going to be disturbed. It's unlike WD-40, it really dries out and will create like a waxy finish, and I guess it was designed by Boeing for airplane parts, so it's got to have some merit there, and it's got a lot of great reviews, and I've used it before. It's really good, way better than WD-40. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Bow Shield and I'm going to spray them down all these slide fit holes. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to take some Extreme Chassis Black and just start covering as best I can these things. They're pretty hard to paint because of all these tube angles and everything, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Alright, well that paint's drying, we're going to work on the light bar, getting it all wired up. So I've got these lamps, these LED lamps, they fit inside. They're just, your generic oval trailer kind of light. Very bright when powered up, so they should give me plenty of illumination. And here's one of the blinkers. and all of them have 3 wires on the back: a red, a black, and a blue. So for the blinker, when it actually blinks, it's using the red wire. So that's the high power to this light. When it's just running, like when I have my lights on but not the blinker on, so like the dimmer version of this light, that uses the blue power. I'm going to wire these up through my 7-pin harness. I'm going to tap into that. I'll show you how I do that. So this will be tapped into the tail lights, the blue, and this will be tapped into the whatever blinker, so like the right blinker or left blinker. Same thing with these, be tapped into the tail light and the brake light. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to hook up the tail lights, like the dimmer version, using just some generic red wire, and I don't have any blue wire. That's bad practice, but I'm a mechanical engineer, not an electrical one, so I'm just going to go with it. Okay, I've done all the tail light wiring, and now I'm going to wire up the actual blinkers and brake lights. So I'm going to take, I have 66 feet of this very small gauge wire, dual wire, positive, negative. I'm going to wire each one just enough so that it comes out of here, and then we'll deal with running it through the truck when we mount it. So, how these things mount in here, it's actually pretty neat. It's a really strong press fit. So what you want to do is take the rubber frame off the light, and it's a really tight fit, so you got to wiggle this thing and squeeze it until it sits right in there, like that. Take your light, thread it through. Make sure it's sitting kind of evenly, and then press it down in there. And these things are solid, so you can press on them pretty hard, but they snap right in. There's no way that thing's coming out, and there's no way water's getting in there. That is a really snug fit. There you go. 4 LED lights. Let's wire these things up. Alright, I just took the pieces down. They've been drying for about 4 hours. Eastwood recommends 4 hours of drying time before starting use with them. They will be fully cured in 24 hours, but they're plenty dry to start assembling now. I'm going to use some Permatex RTV gasket maker on all the pipes or tubes that will join, just to keep any water out of these tubes and prevent any corrosion from occurring inside. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm just going to take the gasket maker and spread a good amount of it on the male portion. And then I'm going to take the 2 pieces and try to slide them together. Well, it finally stopped raining enough for me to show you guys the cargo rack all mounted up. It just mounts with these rubber coated U-bolts that go through and kind of slide on. It's not the most elegant mounting solution, but it works and it's pretty solid. I was yanking around on it and it definitely didn't move. Sorry I didn't give you guys the video. It was really uneventful, other than me just getting frustrated and trying to muscle it around. But yeah, it looks great. We're about to weld on the light bar. If it was a Yakimara Thule, I would not weld to this, but it's not. It's a cheap little knockoff. So, strong knockoff, but still a knockoff. We're going to weld to this top bar because the bottom bar is a little too low. Yeah, let's get going. Alright, the light bar is on there. It's held on by some gross but strong MIG welds. It's not going to focus on that, but it looks good. All that's left to do is throw some paint on these mounts and then wire it up. However, that's going to be part 2 because I got to get going, got to go buy a few parts for this project. I got to get some connectors because I do not want this light bar to be a permanent feature. I want to be able to take it off and put it on as I carry my spare or don't. But yeah, so I got to get a few parts, but I will be finishing this up probably tomorrow morning, so stay tuned. I'm not letting this one hang. You guys will see the end result hopefully before you know it. I'm going to tap into that 7-pin wiring harness, or sorry, 7-pin trailer connector. And tap into the back so I can still use it to tow a trailer if I want, and I'll show you guys how to do that. And yeah, so stay ready because the video will probably be out. I want to get it out tomorrow. I'm going to try my best to get it out tomorrow. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you soon, and I get excited because this is going to be one really cool result at the end of it all.